Hello, ServiceNow family. This is Ravi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, I'm back with another very interesting video of ServiceNow Service Portal training. So, where we are continuing our class further, our video further. And sorry for the delay because I was transitioning from my previous organization to the current organization. So, there was a lot of roller coaster ride was happening. So, let's get started. And if you are very new to this channel, please do share and subscribe. The channel name is Learn Tech with Ravi. And thank you so much for this big support which all my viewers are providing. I really love your enthusiasm in sharing the videos, watching the video, and I'm really thankful that this video is really gonna help you a lot in long run. Whether I will be there or not doesn't matter. This channel will be there to support you for ServiceNow content. So before you come and watch this day 4 video, please watch day 3 video where we are. So if you remember, we were here and we were able to fetch the current logged in user with the ticket assigned to them. So let's get started. Yeah. So let's go to the widget which we have created in the last. That was the homepage widget. And under the homepage widget, scroll down. There's an option called Open Widget Editor. Okay. Let me check if the channel is getting recorded. Yeah, it's recording. So let's get, yeah, this is the one which we created in the last class. So let me uncheck this. So we had created server-side script where we are getting the current logged in user and then we are setting using the data binding technique. And then we are gliding to the incident table. We are checking the current logged in user, the ticket and short description assigned to them. Now this does not look good. So how we can bring a clean ServiceNow table here? How we can design a table here? For that, we are going to see that, and we will even see how you can open that report from the portal. So let's get started. Come here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it little bit advanced here. When I say advanced, guys, very simple. We are going to create a table format. Right now, it is not in the table format. I need in the table like row and column format. So how to build a table in HTML? So guys, remember to build a table in HTML, we should have a tag called table tag. So the name itself is called table. This is very basics of ServiceNow. I'm so sorry, not ServiceNow as such. This is very basic for HTML. So how to build it? So the tag name is called table and I want in a border format. Okay. So if you don't know, row and columns are confined within a table like your Excel sheet. So similarly, I can create a border. So I can create a word called class, an entity that holds the border. So what is the tag name for border? So you can search on W3 schools. So I remember it. So I am going to write it. So the border name is called table border. Make sure that you are writing the correct spelling. Okay. And I want in the line format. So the tag format name is called table strip. How I know about it? Very simple. You can go and search this on Google, what it does. So if you copy this table border or table strip, if you copy this and go to your HTML, so it's kind of a CSS bootstrap. You see it look like this. So when you use this table border, where it is, yeah, strip table, it will give you the table format. If I can show you the image, that will be good. Yeah, something like this format. See, column, row, like this, exactly like this. So what is the format to write it? You can completely avoid this, your wish. I'm just making it general, and we will use a command called thread. So again, thread is a command or thread is a HTML tag. What it does, if you notice, is used to group the headers. So grouping of your headers are done by the threading so that it will be in the single line, same line. First, let me create and then I'll show you how it look like. So I'm going to use the command called thread or the tag called THEAD, thread, not thread. THEAD. Okay. Now Under this, I am going to create first row. So what is the tag for row? TR. Remember table row. TR is a tag which is going to be used to create a row within a table. You can see here TR. What is it going to do? Table row. TH, if you write TH tag, cell. So it is a header cell. So I need something like this. Create a new one. Close window. Open it. I wanted to create something like this, guys. A box. So header, this is called TH. Row number 1, row number 2, row number 3 means C1, C2, C3, C4, R1, R2. This is called header row. So now this row, I want number, short description, let's say assignment group, priority, state, whatever I wish to. I wanted to add it. So that's what I'm going to do that. So here I'm going to write, let me zoom it, which you can see clearly. Yeah. Row. Inside the row, I'm going to define the header. So TH is for header. Close this. So I want number. Copy. Number. Then I need a short description. Then I need assignment group. Then I need priority. Then I need state. Okay. And then you closed it. Fine. And you have closed the head. This is done. This is first part. Second part, we have already written, if you remember, this we have already written UL and div. So what I'm going to do is, we have already used a command called repeat. So I will do the same thing. You remember in the last class, we talked about ng repeat. So what that ng repeat will do? It is going to use as a looping logic, like a for loop. Loop through each and every record. So now, table body. So I want a body of the table. Simple. Inside the body of the table, what we're going to do is we're going to loop it. Now TR is the row. TH is the header. T body is nothing but we have to put the data within the body. Correct? So here, whatever the data we are going to put that inside the body. So inside the body, what command we are going to use is? So in the row is nothing but row consists of data. If you see the Excel sheet, if I go ahead and suppose this is an Excel sheet, if I show you. So see, column 1, column 2, column 3, if I do, for example. So this is called column 1, column 2, column 3. Means column A, column B, column C. This is called row. So it has data, correct? So I have to write something within the data here, TR. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat that. We will write here ng repeat. Why ng repeat? The reason being is, keep in your mind, the reason being is we are going to loop through more than one record. We have more than one record. So we are going to use the repeat. Okay. So now all the rows is going to repeat. So whatever the data is stored here, number, okay, I have to change here also. Like I have to add assignment group and all that. I will do that. So now I'm going to repeat. And what I'm going to repeat? We have a tag called in ServiceNow called TB, tag in HTML. What it does? If you read this closely, it says that TD defines standard table data cell. So it can include text, image, link or HTML. So TD is nothing but if you have a header, if you have a data, it look like, okay, let me go to the W3 schools and show you. If I open that, let me search for the table, see TD. If I click on try it yourself, see, this is what I need. So this is called EH, company, contact and country. See, this is called header. TDC, TD is the data inside it. Alfred, Maria, German, if you notice. And this is all inside the row. So are you understanding my point? So inside the row number 1, row number 2, we are putting the data. Exactly, we are gonna do that. If I go back here, we have to use TD. What I need to write? First, let me copy. Okay, let me just first write it down. So what I'm gonna write? What here I have written? I numbered this data binding because I need to dynamically populate the first number. Copy 2, 3, 4, 5. So number, then I think it is short description now. Copy. Copy. Short description, then state. Copy. State is at the last. Let's put state. Then I need here two things: priority and assignment group. So what I'm gonna write here, simple. Here number equal to inc dot get value, short description, comma. Here I can write assignment underscore group is to inc dot get display value, because assignment group is a reference field and reference field is always gonna represent you a sys. So why not to just get the display of it? So make sure that spelling should be correct. Assignment group, comma. And now, yeah. Now what I need a priority. So priority, priority, colon, inc dot get display value of. Now you will ask me, Ravi, why you are writing get display value for priority? Because it will display the backend name. So backend name of priority high is 1, suppose, but the label is what? Critical. So I need to display that label. So the best option to display the label is get display value of copy, comma. So now see, number, short description, assignment group, priority and state. Here number, short description, now assignment group, copy paste, then priority. Sorry. Copy. Fine. So I put all the dynamic binding here. Okay, now the body, T body, the row, and inside that we have data. Okay. Now, where's TR? I think I deleted it by mistake. So after I have to close the TR. So here, okay, it's there. Now see here, TR you have added row, and inside the row you are putting this data. Then you are closing the table. Now I don't need this. I remove this. Okay. I'm repeating what I did. So what I did is I want this data to be changed and formatted in the form of table. So how to do that? So we have a border. If you don't want to write this, you can write CSS also. You can define your borders if you don't want, or you can write table border or table in the strip format. Then you can use head to bind. And then you have used data binding techniques to bind the data from server side to the HTML. Then you have numbers, short description, assignment group columns. And then I think the div tag is here, correct? I have to close the div tag. And that's all. Let's save and check. I'm going to save it. Click on the home page and refresh the page. There you go, guys. This is what I was talking. See, number, short description. Okay, maybe assignment groups are empty for this record. I can go and check. So let's go to the incident table. Add a filter. Color is dynamic V. Why I have added this filter? Because on our widget, we have added this filter. See, color is dynamic V. So assignment group, where's the assignment group? Okay, it's empty. So let's give some assignment group. Let's say software. Sorry. And let's give this hardware. And let's change this to software. And let's change this to hardware. Okay. Now let's go back to the page and refresh it. See guys, software and hardware, critical and planning. This is what I required. I hope you understood guys. Okay. So how to build a table in ServiceNow? Simple. To build a table, you have to use the concept of HTML tags. First tag is row, then header, then you can put the data inside the row. Remember, it's like this. So first, let me do one thing. Let me snip and tell you what we need to do is, first we need to create a row. Okay. Close the row. Inside the row, you will create header, th, because inside the header only you will store, correct? Number is a header and below the number, you have to store the number, th. And once you close this, then you will go and do td, data, table data, which is gonna be, and data should be dynamic coming from the server side. This is what you have to do. And that's all. That's all guys. So this is how you will build the table. And when we meet in the next video, what we're gonna do is we will create a button here called action. And when I click on this button, I should, or ServiceNow should redirect me to the record, whether it is in the same window or in the new tab. So we can create an action here, open record. If I click on open record, then that should happen. And that's all for today, guys. So if you are very new to this channel, please do share and subscribe. And we'll meet in the next video very soon, because video is gonna come very shortly. And parallelly from the next week onward, there's the first class of data structures are coming, guys. And we are gonna see first day of data structure, that is called pointers. We will go with pointers, stack, queue, linked list, tree, AVL, everything we're gonna see in the data structure side. So parallelly 2 series is gonna be coming. One is your service portal, which is continuing, and another one is data structure. So if you are very new to this channel, do share and subscribe, and let me achieve 25K soon so that I can bring more such content. Till then, thanks everyone. We'll meet in the next video very shortly. Thank you.